camera, marker.
Yeah, action. Are you paying attention? Do you like watching me take your friend's life piece by piece? And you shot him like a
The story Cassidy Way, there's really two stories that run parallel and then come together at the end. You have the story of Donald Connors and his family who are dealing with a horrible set of circumstances.
Do you know what I want? I want my son back.
Donald it's been 10 years since his son Ferris was killed by the fracking company Saxlo. He's been slowly deteriorating, as has the entire family.
One of the reasons why I was attracted to this film was because it deals with fracking and it's affecting everybody's lives today.
When they told me it was a horror film, I read the script and didn't think it was. It just happens to be like a thriller that happens to have some torture in it. Lots of torture.
But you've left me no choice.
There's a love triangle between Mitch and Gina and Colin, and poor Mitch doesn't get any of the love. They have more of a friendship going on, which I like. It's just this sort of like emotional relationship between the three of us, which I think is different for a thriller.
I'm really sorry.
It's fine.
I just, I have trouble getting close to people, is all.
Love scenes with people you barely know. Very, very awkward. But it's okay because the scene was supposed to be awkward, so I think it played out nicely. And then there were the scenes being tied up in the basement for 12 hours at a time, and those were deliciously hard because I think those are the scenes that actors love to do. We love to be tortured and we love to feel and we love those scenes, but then it's hard to stay there in that moment because it's so dark.
Leave us alone. We're gonna take this property one way or another, boy. I'll turn this whole town against you.
The characters are all really colorful characters. Each one, you understand their journey, you understand why they're doing what they're doing. You necessarily wouldn't go as far as they go to do what they do, but you're behind them and you understand their journey.
I said shut up! You think your life is normal? I'm just as normal as you!
I was a little nervous going into it though, because I didn't know how to play it, more like silent or kind of angry, but I think like everyone did perfectly with it, and I think it was really, there's a lot more unsaid, because you can see it through the eyes.
I'm Sydney Sweeney. I play Kelsey Connors. I had to raise my brother because my mom wasn't really there and she's on a whole pills, and so I've had to take on more of the motherly character, but yet I'm still that teenager who is into boys, and I never had my mom to have the talk with me in general. So
well, I think when the film opens, we're just so happy. We're such a colorful couple, and the children are so vibrant, and there's such great energy, and it's the way you've all planned it with everything. It's just a happy Sunday afternoon, it seems, and then all of a sudden, it's not.
Who wants iced tea?
I'm thirsty. Let's go, kids. Come on.
What we did with this film is pretty much unheard of in my 20 years in this industry. We prepped a film in 2.5 weeks. Normally, you're looking at 6 to 7 weeks minimum to do that. It's pretty insane to try and do what we did. But we did have a few circumstances in our favor. Ken Sachs and Thyme Lewis were both very well respected in the industry, and were able to make a flurry of phone calls.
I don't know what film of this caliber is done in 15 days, but we did it.
Well, actually, the film came to me because I'd known Ken for years. We both have mutual friends. Ken reached out and he told me about this script. We talked about it. I said, that's interesting. Why don't you let me read the script? He said, okay. And I read the script and I loved the script. And then I looked up Harvey and the body of work that he'd done, and I was blown away.
It kind of came together literally over a 72-hour period with auditions and then negotiations, and then Harvey started it. One of the things that I love the most about this film is there were no egos. Everybody was very concerned with making a great movie that would have longevity. They were smart, because they put hot up-and-comers in the young roles that will continue to earn them income in the future.
It's all intimate stuff, and it's all actors. You can't really double these actors. We're tight on an actor getting punched in the face. It's hard to hide that. And we shot something where Michael, who plays Mitch, he gets stabbed in the back with some scissors, basically falling right on his face. We're looking at the floor. We can't put a pad down. It just couldn't have been doubles. It had to be the actors.
My team and I came up with the idea that the Connors house is stuck in the year that Ferris died. So in Jameson's room, we still have his bedding and his toys that he would have had years ago. And same with Kelsey, she's still stuck in that like Lolita-esque feeling because Donald won't let the family forget ever.
Just so you know, what's going on is I'm seaming this leg. So you have to get rid of this line or we kind of blew the effect. You know, you won't believe it's a real leg. And this will probably be the last photograph of this leg before it is cut in half.
So the second unit shoots of this film have been fun and interesting. Is pickup shots sort of build up toward the end of production. We've been hustling to make sure that we have all of our cutaways and all of the action scenes that we have. Pace is everything.
The cinematographer that I chose for this film, his lighting style and his shooting style is something that I thought would bring a lot of good flavor to this movie. What we settled on while we were in pre-production and discussing the look and feel of the film, like always having fluid camera movements, never locking the camera off on a tripod, and always having camera be an additional character in the movie.
On the first day I came, it was pretty interesting. The director Harvey wanted me to run with Nikki Moore, but she was running really fast, and when you run with that thing, it gets challenging.
Yeah, I am having fun in a freaky, scary, upsetting way.
Donald Connors.
We need to talk.
It's about fulfilling what you believe you have to offer an audience. And this is one of those genres of film where an audience will come and sit down and ask you to take me there, and we will take you there.
Your usefulness to us has come to an end.
Donald's screwed up in the head. He won't listen to reason.
Saxlow doesn't pay you for mistakes. We pay you for action.
Some directors like you to stick to the script, and so some feel restricted. We got to play, so.
I loved working with Landy and Michael because they were so free and they were just fun to be around. They made the scenes fun.
The hardest thing for the crew on this picture was the coldness. Because the space was so small in the basement, a lot of the crew members had to stay outside and campfire it out with the heaters.
But horror films are exhausting because you have to scream and be scared and run, and your body doesn't know you're faking it.
This is the magic that this project has, is that every piece of the puzzle fell into place without it being too complicated.
This is much more. This is a much cooler thing, honestly, than I had thought it was going to be.
In a career, I think you're always looking for one or two films that you can say came together and there was a cohesiveness to production, the talent, and the producing team. This is one of those films.
Everybody pitches in. Everybody does a little more. Like sometimes we'll even get the actors doing menial manual labor and whatnot, and trying to get the money's worth out of all of our talent and crew. Nice work. He does really great. He's just great at sweeping.